What's going on? I'll be Fitness Gaming, and you've seen the title of the video. You know why you're here. Death and Taxes in Modern. So this is a deck that's been around for a very long time. White weenie since the beginning of time. As cards get printed, they change the name to Death and Taxes because, there's only two things certain in life, and that's death and taxes. So one thing's for certain in Magic is that there will always be a mono white weenie hate bear deck, and there'll always be some guy playing it. So the concept of the deck is you want to play things like Thalia, Leonin Arbiter, Akram, and these things are going to slow down your opponent's mana. And with Leonin Arbiter, your opponent can't search unless they play 2, which is important for yourself to also remember because we do play a search in Stoneforge Mystic. But you have Ghost Quarters, Field of Ruins, Demolition Field. These things are going to be able to take care of the opponent's lands. Also, if you don't have Leonin Arbiter, these lands are still good to take your opponent off certain colors. We hide behind an Aether Vial, so this allows us to use our land destruction fairly aggressively. And then we have 11 planes, and then Giver of Ruins protects all our creatures, and then we have Solitude Path for removal. We have the Lion Sash for graveyard hate, also to boost up our creatures' powers. We have, for our equipment, we have Sword of Fire and Ice, Batterskull, and Compleat. For our sideboard, we have graveyard hate in 3 Rest in Peace. We have some artifact hate with Stony Silence and 2 Katakis. We have the Aven Mindcensors that just kind of, for decks, are searching a lot. And then we have our Burn, Ravagan, any deck pretty much playing red or black hate cards right here. And then we have this guy. This is against like Living End, Cascade decks, graveyard decks that are, anything that pretty much you're not casting anything from your hand. So just an all-around, set of good hate bears there. They get protected by the Giver of Ruins. So the concept of the deck really is you're keeping your opponent from playing Magic. You're slowing them down. You're not letting them be able to enjoy their cards or their digital cards, and you're progressing your board state and winning the game that way. It's not a deck that you see a lot in Modern after Urion ban. These decks were decent. I remember when Eldrazi were pretty popular. You had the Eldrazi and Taxes list with the white-black versions. Those were pretty successful. Those did pretty well. The mono-white versions, ever since the Stoneforge Mystic, Unban and Skyclave have given it a boost. You have Flickerwisp with Aether Vial, which allows you to do a lot of fancy tricks, especially with Solitude. It's a lot of combat tricks you can do with Flickerwisp with an Aether Vial. So it is a fun deck. Not sure if it's super competitive in Modern, but you do see people win tournaments here and there. And that's the thing about Modern. If you're like really good with one deck and then you understand the format, you're just going to do well. Alright, here we go. So we're on the play. So we're looking for Aether Vials, Thalias, early disruption. We're going to mulligan this. This has an Aether Vial, but a 1-lander. We do have some interaction, and we have a Stoneforge Mystic. And there's so many decks in Modern, it's really hard to, have an idea of what you're going to play against. It could be anything. Alright, so we're going to get rid of a Flicker. So the game plan with this hand here is just, play our Aether Vial, hopefully draw into some lands, slow down our opponent while we cast this Stoneforge. Hopefully the Stoneforge survives, and then we can get the Compleat online or the Batterskull, depending on what they're playing. Discard the card. We're going to discard this. We're already at a huge card disadvantage. here. End of turn, I'm gonna activate Vial. We don't have anything to put in, but you know, we just gotta let our opponent know, make them think. So if they ask us, if they have us discard again, I think we're going to have to discard the Path to Exile. And then next turn, end of turn, you know, we put in the Stoneforge. Okay, we're going to discard. Their hand, and you choose one of them, and that player discards it. Okay. So this is some type of like mono black discard deck or something. Well, opponent already knows that we don't have any 1-drops, so we're not going to do that. But normally I like to tap my Vial even when I don't have a threat, because it kind of doesn't allow, you know, when you only tap your Vial when you're putting something into play, it lets your opponent know that you're putting something into play. But if you're constantly tapping it and they never know, you could get a slight advantage. So discard a card here. Yeah. So we're going to discard the Flickerwisp. Actually, we shouldn't. Okay, so we're gonna be able to do some damage here, hopefully. Do we go to 3? Yes. Alright, sweet. We got Flickerwisp, baby. Alright, so we'll just do this now. Attack Liliana. And then we're actually going to put a stop on their upkeep. Let's blink this. We're just trying to slow our opponent down here. Alright, opponent scoops there. Rest in peace. What do we bring here? These could be decent. What can we take out? Probably Path to Exile. Or Solitude and Path are not great. We didn't see any threats there. So we could bring in the Aven Mindcensors are good. Just bringing in more threats. Looks like our opponent's just on a discard deck, like some type of Pox deck possibly, and all they want to do is just discard everything and kill creatures. So things like Path, and I mean Solitude could be decent if we get to 5 mana to cast it, but So we have Aether Vial. They're probably going to discard. Let's maul again. We'll keep this. Put away a plains. Keeping an Aether Vial with a 1-lander, especially if it's not white, against a discard deck, seems very risky. So we're going to want to play most likely Thalia next turn. And then follow up with a Leonin Arbiter Ghost Quarter. So they probably take the Thalia here. Unless they have a bunch of fetch lands. Which I don't remember. Were they playing fetch lands in the other game? I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think this deck plays fetch lands. Oh wait. Target player reveals 3 cards. Oh. Sorry, I haven't played against Blackmail before. Quarter. Actually, I shouldn't say I haven't played against Blackmail. I haven't played against it in a while. Alright, so stick to the plan. Unfortunately, we won't be able to wow. They just play anything in Modern, do they? Don't they? Skyclave would be nice here. Ooh, Aven Mindcensor is not bad. Well, I guess we could try to run out this Leonin Arbiter. See if we can tick that Lily down. Take the Lily down. Hopefully draw into another land. Yeah, we're in a rough spot, but could flash this in end of turn and try to hit the Liliana. Another play we could have done is just kept cards in our hand, have them discard, and then played this end of turn, but they're playing Inquisition, they're going to probably take it anyways. Even though Aven Mindcensor doesn't really do much against their deck. So they're just going to leave it. Yeah, there's no need to, yep, that's why they left, it didn't matter. Alright, so what do we do here? Okay, it's the rack. Flickerwisp. That's actually a good one. Resets to Liliana. We could have done it on our second. No, we don't have the vial. Yep. No need to like go after any other lands that have plenty of mana and they don't have anything to cast. Did I have a yield on this? Probably. Alright, so we have something that can start tacking down this Liliana of the Veil. We might be able to make a comeback in the sense that we get rid of their board, but we're not going to have enough time to kill them with this rack in play. Yep. And now with this is just the nail in the coffin. Sack this, we go to 3 here. Turns. Yeah, there's no way we can win. All right. This actually might be relevant. We can flash this in. We're gonna mulligan this. Nothing exciting there. Keep. We'll get rid of this. I'm not a big fan of Aether Vial in Modern. You know, like, I just feel like, for example, right now, right, we're playing, we have 4 cards in hand, we're going to have 3. If we draw an Aether Vial later in the game, if we're not drawing them in the beginning of the game, it's kind of like they get so bad. But but I don't think there's any other card you can put in that spot for these type of decks anyways. The deck that I really want to try out after this one is Banned Spirits. I remember that deck being really good. I'm not sure if it's good anymore, but I would like to play it. I remember it was a fun deck. They may have like a Fatal Push here, and they're trying to think, nope, another rack. Brutal. Alright, Leonin Arbiter. Doesn't matter. Do we sack this if they have a Liliana? I feel like these are better. We're going to have to leave that in our hand, and we're just going to have to attack with everything. Yep. We could take that, but I mean, we're dead. Yep. Alright, well that concludes the matchup there. Not sure if Mono Black Pox or whatever they call those decks now is a hard matchup for Death and Taxes, but let me just give you my thoughts on this deck here. Like I mentioned, this is a deck that's been around for a long time. People like playing it. I, for example, am not a big fan of this deck. I am a big fan of mid-range green-white decks. Like I've mentioned, you know, Collected Company. The reason I like those decks better is because you have a faster clock. You have staying power with things like Collected Company, Courser of Crewfix, and I have a lot of matches with those cards. These type of decks, for me at least, and I'm not, and again guys, I'm not trying to put this deck down. I'm just saying I am inexperienced with these type of decks, and it's because I just don't think they're powerful enough. I mean, as soon as I mulliganed, I mean, the deck just felt very underwhelming and wasn't doing anything powerful, anything crazy. You were just playing hate bears, and it seemed like they're really easy to get around. But, you know, I can see how this deck could be fun if you have Aether Vial in play and Flickerwisp and you have all your things going on. I can also see how some people are very good with this deck because there's a lot of decisions to be made. But, you know, that's just my opinion. We're going to move on to playing other decks. Maybe in the future we'll play another Death and Tax list if any of you guys want to see that. But anyways, if you guys saw any misplays, anything I could have done better, please comment at the bottom. Any questions, comment at the bottom. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sharing my stuff and liking it. It helps the channel out tremendously. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.